You. There's something really weird about these ruins. That's why I like coming here, but then again, come to my house later, I'll give you a capsule so you can place some stickers. Oh. So we had to come in here in order to get this kid to move. Doesn't he give you like a... There's no hidden item here. Doesn't he give you like a... something for your troubles? Like basically if you catch... Oh no. I think there's an item in here somewhere. In one of these. Really? No? Okay. I feel like there is an item in here somewhere. Nope. Alright. Anyway, now we can talk about Spider-Man No Way Home again. Yay. But anyway, like, those are my issues. Also, Venom. Like, what the fuck? Why are you even in this movie? Venom is in the mid-credits scene, and the mid-credits scene annoys me so much, because at the end of Venom Let There Be Carnage, I was like, yes! The Sony shit is connected to the MCU, which means that there can be crossover with Spider-Man. I was like, yes! There's crossover potential. This plays Team with Unknown. I actually need to find one of those dumb bastards. Just to add it to my Pokédex. But yeah, but I was like, yes! Finally, Venom is also in the MCU. That means we can have maybe like black-suited Spider-Man and stuff like that. But also, I will add one issue, and that's in Venom Let There Be Carnage. Venom fights Carnage. I was like, no! I wanted to see Carnage in the MCU. And then they're like, you know, so... And also, I like that scene in Venom Let There Be Carnage. Like the mid-credits or post-credits scene, one or the other. Where it's basically like Venom... You know, Eddie is basically in this shit hotel. And then he gets transported into this really nice hotel. And it's like... Marvel, this is a jab at Sony. Because he was in a shitty hotel. A.k.a. he was at Sony. And then he goes to the MCU, which is all nice and pretty and beautiful. Was that a jab at... Maybe it was. Anyway, after that. But yeah, but then in Spider-Man No Way Home, he is actually in the movie. People said that like it was like debatable whether he was in the movie. I basically was thinking to myself, I don't know if I said this in any of my videos, but I think if I did say it, then I did. But I don't think I did, because when that shit was revealed, that was like around the time that I kind of just didn't record anymore. So it has to be in this fucking game. But I was thinking to myself, if he actually is going to appear in the MCU, like in Spider-Man No Way Home, he appears in nothing more than a mid-credit scene or a post-credit scene. Maybe like setting up a Spider-Man and Venom crossover movie. Well, I was mostly right. Just kind of entirely right, but not entirely right. Because he does appear in the mid-credit scene, so I was right about that one. And also, he does appear to set up a Venom Spider-Man movie. But just the wrong Venom, because he gets pulled out of the MCU and back to Sony. It's like, wait, what? But then, wait, how does Morbius work? Because Morbius references Venom. But, no! Why did you pull him out of the MCU, you bastards? There's like, you know, vultures in that movie. You see the fact of like a poster where Spider-Man is a murderer and shit like that. And it's like, why? Why are you like this? Why did you make it this way? Nope, wrong way. But yeah, it was just so dumb. Okay, and it's like, but like Venom does leave a little bit of a symbiote around, but I was just like, okay, so they just don't want Venom in the MCU. Because also, like Kevin Feige specifically stated, I don't want to reuse any villains from past movies. And I think that might mean the fact that Kevin Feige was like, I just don't know what to do with them if I had them. What do we do? Recast Green Goblin and Doc Ock and Electro and Sandman and Lizard? Do we recast them? Do we tell another story with these idiots? Also, where the hell are the unknown? I need to find one wild unknown. What is this? Anyway. But he said no to that shit. And I was like, okay, fine, you know. But then in this movie, we get almost all the villains. So I do like how we get a reference to like Venom and New Goblin and Rhino. We get like references to those villains because it's like, finally an unknown. Holy crap. There you go. Is that an N or a Z? I don't know. Depends on which way it turns. That motherfucker could be both. Look at that. It kind of like a Z. Kind of looks like a Z, but also an N. Alright, now I can spray. What? I didn't touch anything. So, the moment that I was supposed to go downstairs, that's when Unknown was like, what's up? That motherfucker. Anyway, I actually like I said, I really love Spider-Man No Way Home, but like, you know, like, okay, wait. I need to get my brain back on track. That unknown fucked me up. Alright, so basically it was like he said that he wasn't gonna reuse older villains. Like, okay, fine. But then in this movie, he does reuse older villains. Almost all of them. Like, I wanted Rhino in this movie as well. Two beings of time and space set free from the original one. But I wanted Rhino to appear in this movie as well, because he's the only one that we still need, because technically Venom got transported into the MCU. So, there you go. But then what about... You know, like, okay, Venom got transported into the MCU, so we got Venom. We only need Rhino, and then we have every Sony villain. Well, outside of New Goblin. I would have liked for him to appear as well. I wouldn't have minded if this movie was 4 hours. I wouldn't care at all, okay? If like an hour and a half into the movie, you know, Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire just pop in, and then we get like, you know, like just another like 3 hours where we have like just banter and... Oh! I would love the movie if that shit happened, because it's like, yes! But I wouldn't mind if, like, Harry Osborn, aka New Goblin from Spider-Man 3, appeared in this movie as well. And it's like, you know, he got... Where did he get pulled from? He could have been pulled from, like, earlier in, like, halfway through Spider-Man 3. And it's like, you know, where he still hates Spider-Man. Then he gets put into his own universe. And it's like, oh my god, Spider-Man, we're pals. You know, like, my dad actually got killed by the glider that he flew around on. Which actually Sandman just points out. Okay, it's son of a fucking... my phone is gone. Friendship. All... Is that an... What the fuck is that? That looks like an 8. Maybe a Q? Maybe... L-I-E-S. Is that an... That can't be a G, so it has to be a... It could be a V, so fuck it. All friendship, all lives. Touch. Other lives to create something anew and alive. Cool. Cool story, bro. But yeah, like I said, but like I said, I would have loved that shit. Because that's the only idiot that we actually missed completely. Because he doesn't... Oh, no, wait, he does get a reference. I like how Ned is like, so, did you have a best friend? Then Toby's like, yeah. My best friend tried to kill me, and then he died in my arms. Like, oh. I would have liked it if Andrew was like, my best friend tried to kill me as well. That would have been a funny reference, but... You know, they skipped that shit. So technically, Andrew Garfield's Green Goblin is the only one that never got mentioned. Also, this movie finally makes me be like, you know, like, accept organic web shooters. Also, I had to talk to these dumb fucks. I'm the Pokemon Nursery Man. We look after the precious Pokemon of other trainers. If you'd like us to take care of your Pokemon, have a word with my wife. Alright, you say so. Miraculous finds Pokemon eggs heart to heart at the Pokemon Nursery. I'm the Pokemon Nursery lady. We take care of up to 2 of your Pokemon for you. Would you like us to take care of your Pokemon? No. Okay, fine, then come again. And there you go, done. I don't think I went into the Lost Tower, did I? No. I don't think I did, so... Ah, even this shit is written in unknown. Or no, wait, I think it's actually Japanese. Japanese. Now we get to the top of Lost Tower, and then I guess we'll fly back to Hearthome City because I don't really care. Yo. Right here, another repel, so we don't have to run into wild idiots. I already got a team full of idiots, and I need to run into wild idiots as well. But anyway, it's like... You know, I like how just casually Sandman is like... You know... Green Goblin got impaled by his glider. Because, like, that's where the movie kind of, like, kicks into overdrive. It's kind of like... After that, Peter wants to save all the villains by curing them of their diseases, I guess. And that might actually save the lives. And it's like, not really. I mean, Doc Ock's gonna die no matter what you do. If you turn Doc Ock good, he is going to die. Because he turned good at the end of Spider-Man 2 and died. But Sandman just casually is like... Because, like, at the last one they find is Norman. And for people who don't get it, that is Norman Osborn, not the Green Goblin. Because later on, Green Goblin says, I was watching behind Norman's eyes or something like that. Behind the eyes of the weakling. Whatever. Anyway, so what happens in this movie is basically this, okay? So, Peter brings Norman Osborn. Because, like, in the beginning, Doc Ock's like, that's not possible. Norman is dead. So how the hell is Norman there? Anyway, so he brings Norman in, and then it's like, Norman's like, Otto? And then he turns around, he's like, Osborn? And then he's just like, and then like, Norman's just like casual, like, how are you? And he's like, how am I? You're the walking corpse. What do you mean? You died years ago, a couple of years ago. And that kind of references the fact that that movie's a sequel to his movie. So it's like, cool. Alright. And it's like, what do you mean I died? How did I die? But yeah, and then later on, you know, even Peter's like, what? What do you mean he dies? Like, yeah, he dies. And Sandman just pops in and is like, well, they both die fighting Spider-Man. And it's like, oh, okay, thanks, Sandman. Thank you for the knowledge of the world that you gave us. He's like, they both die fighting Spider-Man. Green Goblin impaled by his own glider. And it's like, when did that information come out? Because he was the Green Goblin. Harry did not know in Spider-Man 3. So that should have to have happened after Spider-Man 3. It had to come out that, you know, Green Goblin got impaled by his own glider. Because it couldn't have been there. Because it's like, oh, the Green Goblin got impaled by his own glider. Why would Harry go after Peter? Makes no sense. Anyway. So yeah, he's like basically, and then like a couple of years later, you drowned with your machine. And then a couple of years later, Doc Ock drowned with his machine. It's like, oh, that's insane. I had Spider-Man by the throat. I had him, and then I was transported here, and then Electro just... And the moment that shit kind of like starts to hit the fan, Electro's just like, I love it here. It's like, god damn it, Electro, you bastard. You're like, I love it here. Anyway, then afterwards, kind of like, you know, and then Electro's like, yo, you gotta listen to what I have to say. And yeah, okay, I kind of forgot what he says to like get everyone's attention. He's like, I was whooping the shit out of Spider-Man. You can ask him, he'll tell you. I was whooping his ass, and then he overloaded me, and then I was about to turn into pure energy, and then, oh shit, I was about to die. It's like, you fucking idiot. So yeah, and then Lizard is like, Max, can you tell me, do I die? And no answer is given. Because also, like, the thing that pissed me off about the trailer, once again, don't know if I talked about this, but the one thing that pissed me off about the trailer is that in the trailer, they make it, I think they have Doctor Strange say, like, you know, all of them die fighting Spider-Man. They don't say that in the movie. In the movie, they kind of, Peter's like, some of them die. It's like, yeah, well, if they die, it's their fate. And it's like, okay, at least they kind of fixed it. Now, once again, I have to see it again. Now, okay, I'm just gonna admit a crime because I would like talk about this. I downloaded the movie, a cam version, okay? But I want to see that movie over and over again. I also want to see clips of just my favorite things in that damn movie. And also, if you're gonna be like, well, then just go to the theaters again. Well, newsflash, dumbass. The fucking theaters are closed. Yeah, actually. In the Netherlands, until January 14th, at least, all theaters are closed. Yeah, I would like to use another repel. The hell kind of a question is that? Yeah, until January 14th, at least in that sense, all theaters are closed. So it's like, this movie, look, I will tell you this, okay? The Netherlands never brings in money for movies in that sense. Like with Endgame, we brought in 15 million. I know, not that much. But still, Spider-Man No Way Home will not be making money. I mean, technically it doesn't, it already made enough. That motherfucker made like $600 million worldwide in its opening weekend. Get the fuck out of here. That, in one weekend, Spider-Man No Way Home beat Black Widow, Shang-Chi, and Eternals. In one weekend, their entire box office number was beaten by Spider-Man in one weekend. That fucker made two... It became the second highest grossing movie, I think, ever, domestically, in the opening weekend, right behind Avengers Endgame. But it was like, it got like 260 million domestically on its opening weekend. Okay? That is like 3 million more than Avengers Infinity War. Alright, and this is a Spider-Man movie. Now, I know that about the rumors that Andrew and Toby are in it, you know. That shit probably caused hype. You have like Green Goblin, Doc Ock, Electro, Lizard, and Sandman. That caused some hype. I mean, some more than others, I think. I think some were more eager to be received than others. It was like, oh, great. Lizard. By the way, Lizard is the most useless character in this fucking film. He does nothing. Also, you can see that Lizard and Sandman aren't necessarily important outside of just being like, you know, cannon fodder for like the final battle. Because like when they get cured, their transformation sequences they look like they are ripped from the like Sam Raimi and Mark Webb movies. You know, like Sandman and Lizard, those scenes look like they were ripped from their original movies. They don't even talk in their human form. Sandman is actually really funny. I actually enjoyed Sandman on screen. It was like, yeah, Sandman. Even though Sandman is a dumbass, I still enjoyed his presence on screen. You know, because he... Oh, shit. Come on, man. Really? I thought I could squeeze through there. Man, it looks like you could. Hold in your stomach, you fat bastard. Anyway, so... But what happens in the movie is basically... Like, they all go to Peter's house or, like, Happy's, like, I don't know, hideaway holes. And then, like, all the villains go there. And then Sandman sits on the couch. He drops a bit of sand because throughout the entire movie he's just made out of sand. Which kind of gets me thinking, like, did they ever actually have him in the movie? Like, during filming? Or... Holy shit, you can't do anything against Murkrow. I mean, Mr. Revis, sorry, you can do everything against Murkrow. Anyway, but like, did they actually have Thomas Hayden Church in the studio? Same with like Reese Iffles? I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce their names or what they are. But anyway, did they actually have those two? Did they actually have the actors for Sandman and Lizard in the studio or not? Because they could have had anyone. The dude's just made out of sand. Yeah, he just like sits down on that couch, drops a bit of sand, and he's like, oh, sorry. And then he wants to wipe that sand off the couch, but I think he just kind of forgot that he was once again, he's still made of sand. So he goes and just wipes the couch, makes the pile bigger. I thought that was funny, but the funniest bit for me in the movie was actually, you know, I'll talk about this immediately, okay? It was Andrew Garfield. By the way, Andrew Garfield shows in this movie why he is the best Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire, I will still say, is the best Peter Parker. Tom Holland is decent at both, but never really impressed me at both. He is the perfect age in that sense. But anyway, Andrew Garfield has one of the funniest lines, and it's such a small line, because it's like right after that final battle, right after they have their speech together, where Tom Holland is basically like, alright, we are very bad at this, and then Andrew comes in and is like, what the... I know, what is going on here? It's like, well, clearly we are not good at working together. Yeah, well, I never really work with anyone. And I'm like, Toby, last time I checked, you kind of worked together with Harry in that final fight against Sandman, so what the hell are you talking about? Anyway, But it's like, and then Tom Holland comes in, he's like, guys, I don't want to brag, but I was an Avenger. It's like, what? Tobey Maguire's like, oh my god, that's so cool. What is an Avenger? And then Andrew is like, is that a band? Were you in a band? And it's like, what? You don't have the Avengers? That's like Earth's mightiest. And before he can say heroes, Tobey Maguire's like, how is this helping? And then afterwards, they run in that sense. They swing. And by the way, I love the fact that Tom Holland grabs both Tobey and Andrew and flings them forward during that swing. And then they land in that perfect pose. And then they attack. And then it's like, alright guys, Sandman is up first. And then you have Tobey Maguire who's like, alright, I'll lead him into the statue. And then Andrew, he goes and is like, alright, you know, I'll meet you there. And then he like goes and dodges the lizard. Grabs Sandman's cure. Then the lizard jumps him. And he's just like, hello, Dr. Connors. And then the lizard is like, hello, Peter. And it's like, brilliant. But also another brilliant scene was Max, where it's like, hey Max, long time no see, how you been? I missed you, man. And then he like swings away, and then later on it's like, Max. And then, you know, Electro's like, well, if it isn't my old friend Spider-Man, Max, I just want to help you. It's all I ever wanted. I have always only wanted to help you. And it's like, help me? You can't even help yourself. You ain't even the shit no more. And then Andrew's like, oh. Oh shit, I hit my microphone. God damn it. Why do I move when I talk? Anyway, he's like, oh. And it's just like, it sounded so sad. And it was like, I think that was maybe like a meta humor towards the fact that this franchise is dead. It's like, you ain't even the shit no more. Everybody's now, you know, going crazy about Tom Holland. You ain't even the shit no more. But also in the movie, it also makes sense because it's like, there's now 3 Spider-Man. So he doesn't necessarily matter in that sense. There's 3 of them now. And also it could be about the fact that Electro now has his own powers, so he doesn't give a fuck. The Lost Tower is where the spirits of departed Pokemon are put to rest. Those that enjoy long lives, those whose times were short, all the departed Pokemon shall find solace here. It is good of you to have visited here. Take these TMs. But I just really love that scene where he's just like, hello, hey, Dr. Connors. It's like, hello, Peter. It's like, oh man, it's like they never left their movies. It's strength, I've forgotten where exactly, but you must visit the Pokemon gym. Let me make your journey out of this place less frightening. Take this, a cleanse tag. How about I use an escape rope instead? Cleanse tags, let the first Pokemon in your team hold it. It will keep away wild Pokemon so you can leave unhindered. Or I just use an escape rope, that also will allow me to leave unhindered. But like I said, I just love that part in the movie, you know. That's like one of my favorite parts. But Andrew Garfield got so screwed over in that movie. This movie just proves how fucked over he got. It makes me so sad for Andrew Garfield because like the dude's so good. He's so passionate about this, but he couldn't do anything because Sony just basically pulled the rug out from under him. And I'm happy. Like this is basically a goodbye to the both of them. Like they were both really good. Basically kind of like ripped out of their own movies. Everyone was kind of like ripped from the point that they were. Yeah, but like Andrew Garfield is the definitive Spider-Man to me. And he basically shows it in this movie. I will talk about this more probably in the next recording sessions. But yeah, there's a lot more to talk about it. I haven't even started it. I don't know if anything happens if I reach Hearthome City. So let me get off this bike. But yeah, I just really enjoyed this movie, man. But I will probably talk about it more later on anyway, so I would like to thank you all so very much for watching. When we come back next time, we will be heading into the Pokemon Hearthome City Gym to get ourselves our 5th badge. But that being said, I do hope you guys have enjoyed, and if you did, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new or if you've not done so already, turn on notifications, and as always, stay there for more. And next time, more No Way Home spoilers, but I will actually stress that at the beginning of the video. Anyway, bye!